not going to be much longer with y'all. I understand we need to move beyond color. I'm not about that, but y'all raised it. If you start it, I'll end it for you. Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. But we got a problem. Black people got a problem. Now we can move to color blindness and always look at the man by the content of his character, never the color of his skin. I'm down for that. You get my vote. Yay and amen. I'm for that. But before we get there, we need to hear some truth. Black people and white folk. Black people got a problem. And it's a God problem. When black people see the world, I don't care. You can train them. You can train a black man to be a physician. You can train him to be an astrophysicist. You can train him to be a lawyer, but you can't train him to understand the world. He doesn't know. I'm telling you. There's not 2 cents worth of difference between a mass murderer. There's not 2 cents of difference between a petty thief that's locked away in prison than a black doctor when it comes to understanding the world. Listen, you listen to me. We got to deal with this. And we need to begin to acknowledge it, talk about it, ask God to help us, because only God can help black people where they are. Black people had Africa, that big old continent over there. They never built one boat that was seaworthy. Not one. There's not one monument in Africa, in all of Africa. I know you're talking about Egypt. Egypt is not Africa. There are no great cities that were built. Even before the first colonization of white people coming to the shores of Africa or the slave ships, black men built nothing. No sewer system, no houses above one level, and none of them made out of stone. All of them made out of grass and wood. Black men, before the white man ever got to Africa. The worst thing that could ever happen to South Africa was when they gave it to Nelson Mandela and black folk. That was a great nation. Now, notwithstanding apartheid was wrong, we all know it's wrong. I'm against it. There should have been some other resolution, though, than turning it over to Nelson Mandela. Disease, AIDS, and crime is running wild in Johannesburg. They're killing one another over there. They're dying of sickness. The government is mismanaged. The people who ran the nation are now leaving the nation because black folk don't know how to run no nation. They don't know how, and we need to admit it.
Hey, he said black folk know how to run no nation. Everybody in the back like, hey, man.
I know you don't like it, but you need to stop shucking and jiving. We got a problem. Nigeria produces oil every year, yet the children over there are hungry and pot-bellied and walking barefoot. We got a problem. You talk about the Hutus and the Tutsis. Look what's going on in Zimbabwe now with Mugabe. We got a problem, black folk. And forget about Zimbabwe and South Africa.
Hey man, we're not sending no hate toward the pot-bellied kids over there. That we are sending no hate. We're not doing that. Not here, we not.
Nigeria.
Look
at what y'all have done in Harlem. You can't even hold on to Harlem. We got a problem. Black folk don't understand the world. You can get mad with me all you want. You can say what you, but you can't prove me wrong. Now, I'm not saying this because I hate black folk. I'm saying it because I love you enough to tell the truth. And the only person going to ever help us get out of the situation is going to be God. There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind. He does not understand the world. He doesn't. I don't care if he learned medicine. He doesn't understand the world. He can't even hold on to Harlem. When he was here, he moved out. We got to talk to the Lord. People, we got to talk to God. And black women, Shirley Chisholm, Harriet Tubman, Coretta King, one of her boys. Yeah, okay, then we got a black president. But you black women, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all gonna let that white woman, what's wrong with you black women? women voting for Barack. Don't you understand? It should have been a black womb if you're going to have a black president. What's wrong with you? Y'all ain't got no sense, you black women. Your men treat you like the dogs, like your dogs. They walk all over you. They make you pay the bills at home, and then the preachers pimp you in the churches and make you pay the bills. Y'all crazy black women buying these black men private jets, the tune of $50 million for a nigga to ride around in a private jet, and you talk about, look at our pastor. What's wrong with y'all women? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And what's wrong with a black man that would take that kind of money out of a poor neighborhood and buy himself a private jet? What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with them?
What's wrong with you, black women? What's wrong with you voting for Barack Obama? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with them?
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Crazy.
Black people, let me tell y'all something. If you don't ever hear me say preach again, they can kill me tomorrow. But let me tell you something. We're not going to ever get anywhere until we look into the mind of a black man. He doesn't think correctly. I don't care what he is. He can be a doctor. He can be an astrophysicist. The nigga ain't got no sense. You talk to him. You talk to a black man. He doesn't understand the world. He's never built anything. The most the black people have ever done, they did it here in America under white people's help. When they were in Africa, they didn't do nothing.
Okay, so like this the thing, right? Am I saying he wrong? I'm not necessarily saying he wrong, but I am gonna say that he's kind of comparing black people to white people when it comes to building infrastructures. When they came there, it was one level. When it comes to infrastructure, I believe that it's quite of an unfair comparison. And the reason why I say that is because I really like. Let me tell you, man. It ain't many things that, you know, white people, I hate, cause I'm not that type of person. I'm not the type of podcaster to be race baiting or whatever. But one thing I can say is that, white people are good at infrastructure. Infrastructure, like he just said, they had huts with one level. That's the only thing the black man built. We didn't build boats that could go over the sea. That's the only thing the black man built. One thing white people are good at is building shit. You know what I mean? You just got to think about it, right? All them people in Africa, all them trees in Africa, right? I bet not one nigga walked past a tree, looked up and said, you know what? I want to build a house up in that tree and live up there. Not one. But I can see a nigga saying, hey, what if we build a tree in the house? And another nigga saying, shit, what you think, I'm a monkey or something? And not doing it. However, I mean, I got to keep it real. I got to keep it real. Like when it comes to like infrastructure, I mean, you got to look at like the Roman Empire, like, the Vatican. Like, look at those buildings, infrastructure, right? Look at those buildings. Those buildings are incredible. You know what I mean? I mean, that's one thing you can't really take from them. Like they build some shit. So when you like saying like, hey, white people built all of this stuff, y'all black people ain't do nothing. That ain't the case. That ain't the case. Some stuff is, you know, some people are better at some stuff, some people are not better at. I mean, I believe, and do that go by race? I believe that. I mean, come on, like, you know, black people are better at basketball and football and stuff. Like I said, white people are better at building. Chinese people are better at math. And you know what I think the problem is? The problem is more of the sense of here, us in the black community, we like amplify the bottom of the barrel of our community. Let me give you an example, right? There are bottoms of the barrel in every community. I think it's a very small amount of black people that's at the bottom of the barrel of that community. We just don't pay that much attention to the ones that's not, because all of our focus is on the ones that is. And there's bottoms of the barrel communities in every society. You know, the people in India, the Arabs, hell, they got the Arabs, they got the Taliban, the Chinese people got the Yakuza, you know, Russia got like the Russian mob, you know what I mean? And you know, even over here in America, hell, white people, we're not finna act like West Virginia don't exist. So everybody, every single class has its own bottom of the barrel of the community. The only difference with us is that we like to extra explode our bottom of the barrel community as if it is the majority, and it's not the majority. Okay, you got the triads in China, right? The Yakuzas. You think Chinese people are running around like, oh man, Chinese people, we got to stop because we doing too much. We committing crimes in Tokyo drifting and shit. No, they like, no, those folk doing that. We're not doing that. As a people, us in the whole, we're not doing that. Those are them. Blame them for that. We don't do that. We see them doing it, and then we be like, oh man, it's all of us. That's what I really think it is. Especially when we go to comparing, and again, we as people, we over here, we on the internet, we seeing what they allow us to see, right? How the hell do we know that, ain't no, like he just said, in Africa they never built a boat? How do we know that? How will we know ain't no buildings? There's plenty of buildings over there. And he said, the white man came and threw the building and the bit. No, bro, come on, man. It's the whole world adapted, buildings and skyscrapers, and if that was where you're going, because you said it, he said it. About Africans never build and they ain't never did nothing. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Every single country has did something. You know what I mean? Every single country has did something. Now, the elephant in the room, well, it's not the elephant in the room. I was kind of hinting at it, but when it comes to white people and their attributes and, what they may have attributed or what they said they may have attributed or not, it really don't matter. Let me give you an example of what he's doing. He's saying, I'm going to say, Japanese people making anime cartoons. Japanese people, black people need to figure it out, because Japanese people done made 1,000 anime cartoons and black people ain't made now. Black people need to get their shit together. How come Japanese people making all these cartoons or whatever and black people not? Because that's what they do. Japanese people make anime cartoons. And if you want to admit to it or not, white people build shit better. They just build shit. You know what I mean? Shit. And what do you expect coming out of a cave going to a frozen tundra? They just build shit better than everybody. So, you got to keep that in consideration, because he's only going at one facet. He don't think about innovation, creativity. Where do all this, the whole world gravitate toward African Americans, the ones over here, African Americans, not Africans, African Americans. The whole world gravitate to our culture. The whole world gravitates to our culture. The whole world want to be us or emulate us or want to, what I'm saying? They think we cool. It's not a skyscraper, but it got to count for something. We influence the world. Why the hell the world ain't influenced by the people that built the skyscrapers? Go get influenced by them. Build more skyscrapers. Who cares? And so to take that one little attribute as your barometer to diss all niggas and say they didn't do, to diss all black people, to say they didn't do nothing. I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know about that. But as for what he said, I do agree with what he say. It is a problem. It is a problem. But I think that what he used, like the whole black people ain't build nothing thing, was, I don't know. It just wasn't a good argument for me. Some people might agree and say, hey, that's a good argument. Just because it's true, I don't think that kind of like points toward the real problem, because if we can't build nothing, we can't build nothing. It's cool. Know what I mean? It's way more stuff in this world that needs to be done, besides building stuff. So So if you just gonna stick to that one thing and then try to exploit the whole race over that, then it's whatever. But I agree with him, but I just don't. Some things I don't agree with, and some parts I may think he kind of took a shot in the dark a little bit. So who knows? I'm out, man. Paper.